Straight distance is the best distance according to the latest TaylorMade QI iron. So welcome to Mark Amy Golf. Today we are reviewing the latest iron from Taylor, the QI iron, the replacement for the Stealth. Now if you look at the website, this iron does everything that you want. So it will hit it straighter, it will obviously hit it longer, hence the slogan, and then you've got the cap back design. So rather than the traditional hollowed out cavity back, the cap back design is supposed to give you better feel of the face, less vibration, more ball speed. So pretty much ticks every boxes. They then added in a lower center of gravity, so that progressively changes as you go through the irons, so that gives you a much higher flight on the ball, which was the downside to the Stealth iron. So sounds pretty much perfect. So let's have a go, shall we? Surely nothing can go wrong. So that is the 8 iron I'm hitting down there. So that has got a loft of 32. The 7 iron is 28. So quite powerful, which what you'd expect with a TaylorMade iron in this particular category. So you're looking at a club that is trying to be forgiving and powerful and get that flight on the ball. So look behind the ball, you've got a reasonably thick leading edge, nothing too crazy, it's not too chunky, but it looks quite long behind it. That's just my personal opinion there. And the feel of the face is okay. So it's not quite as springy as the Callaway, but it does feel right. And generally once you've played with a set for a couple of months, hit quite a few balls with it, the feel will just become the norm. So it just depends if it gets it out there and we get some flight on it. So that was quite recently struck, a little bit off the bottom, feels alright, feels quite nice. I'm not getting massively excited about it, but it is ticking the box. So that's carried, I'm on a hole here, a little bit downhill, so it's carried 154 yards with a club head speed for an 8 iron of 78. So a little bit down from what I normally do, struck it quite well. Launch angle was 22.9, so that's okay. And the backspin was a little bit down, 4,100. So for an 8 iron, that's a little bit low, but I've had worse on these very new, modern, aggressive irons. So far I feel it feels alright, it definitely feels okay. Not necessarily anything to get too excited about, but it'd be worth putting in the mix against a Ping G430, say the Mizuno, so the 923 there, forgiving iron there. And then you've got the Callaway, so the latest Callaway iron, which I've just done recently, which I felt was a good iron. So let's do one more with the 8 iron, and I've got the 6 iron with me, which is the real test to see if we can get some flight on that one. Does get out there. So again, reasonably strike, not nailed, but that's done alright. So that's carried 154 yards, ball speed 107, club head speed 79. Again, similar launch, 22.6, and the backspin was 4,200. So that's quite similar. So a little bit low. So it'll be a good test. Let's see what the 6 iron produces and see if we can get some flight on the ball with a slightly longer iron, which is massively important. So that's the 6 iron going down there, so that's going to be interesting. This is the one, this is the test. So the 8 iron we're going to get some flight on, aren't we? It's got the extra bit of loft on it. The 6 iron, which is a bit of a monster. So it's got that slight hybrid look about it. You can see the back of the cavity slightly behind the ball. So it looks like it should give some launch. So the launch angle is 16.8, which is fine. It's just that backspin number is really low. So it's 2,800, which is driver territory. So that is landing on that green and that is coming in hot. It's not getting that extra lift to then land fairly softly. So that is a bit of a problem. Let's have another go. So I've hit that quite well. As you can see, when it lands, it doesn't stop that quick. So, but I got a higher launch on that one, so that's 18.6, and the backspin was 3,000, but still really low. Still really low. I think it does seem quite a nice club. It's fairly friendly. Looks okay behind the ball. That's obviously quite personal preference. It feels right off the face, but you know, to be brutally honest, it doesn't give you enough light. So just got to be really careful. So when you're looking at a set of the QIs, then you've got to hit the longer irons down there. So the 8 iron will be fine. That will give you a feel of how the club is performing and you like it. And then the real test would be to have a go with the 6 iron. So the benefit at Salisbury and South Wilts is that you've got a full demo set you can take out on the course. So if you're putting the QIs in the mix, definitely got to try those longer irons. You've got to try the 6 iron, and if you want to go crazy, try the 5 iron. But I wouldn't recommend the 5 iron unless you can really flight that ball down there. So 6 iron would be the max, but that'd be your test. Really test it out to see if you can get, if you've got the ball speed and you can produce the right launch and backspin on the shot. Woo. Goes down there right though. So you've just got to test that longer iron to see if you're getting the flight on the ball. Too low for me, but you try it and find out. Any questions or comments, send them through. Give us a good thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.